Hey guys, it's Ashley. So today is my first YouTube video and I decided to create a YouTube channel and I wanted my first video to be my everyday makeup routine. So sorry I look kind of bad right now. I have this huge pimple right now. So don't mind that, we're going to be covering that up. Sorry for the long intro, I just wanted to introduce myself. So this everyday makeup routine will be really good for the upcoming school year. I'm going to be a freshman, which I can't wait, and you gotta get that glow up, girl. So let's get started. First, I'm going to start off by priming, and I am taking the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer, and I'm just gonna shake that up a little to begin with because this is kind of, it separates. So I'm taking about this much and I am going to rub this over my entire face until you feel like it's blended in smooth. So once that's all blended in, I'm taking my NYX concealer, and this is in the shade 12. It is just a green one since I have only a couple pimples right now, which I'm very happy about, but I have a lot of acne scars and redness since I'm so fair, so I like to just use this to cover up. Now, sorry, I'm going to be holding up this mirror just so I can see what I'm doing, but I'm going to try to make it so that I don't block. Okay, so now I have that everywhere that I would like to cover up, so now I'm just going to go through with my finger and blend. Now, you also don't have to do this so that it's blended so it doesn't look green, because I am putting on foundation, so my foundation will cover it up anyways, but I still want it blended out just in case the green does pop through. Okay, so now that we have that all blended out, I am going to take my foundation, and I use the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced in the shade Snow, the lightest shade. See, the best part is about being so white is you're the lightest shade in everything. Now I'm going to take this with my damp beauty blender, and by damp I mean that I ran it through the water and I squeezed it out. So this just helps with blending, and it's very squishy now. And so what I do is I pump about 1 squirt just on it like that, and I use this for my cheeks and my chin. So I just dab like that to begin with, and then I blend out, but I'm not going to go to the forehead yet because I use about half a pump more for my forehead. I meant neck, not chin, throughout this whole time. You just want to make sure it's evenly distributed, and sometimes when you have full coverage foundations and you don't take it down to your chin, it's going to look like your face is flawless, and then your chin is still going to have some little like redness or marks. So you just want to get everything pretty even. Okay, so now I have everything blended out there. As you can see, it is much different now from my forehead. It took away a lot of the redness. It's still showing because I don't apply too much, so it doesn't look very cakey. But now I'm just going to go in with about half a pump, and I'm going to use this and distribute it all over my forehead. Make sure to really blend it up into your hairline, especially if you're wearing your hair up like I am today in this bun. You want to make sure that that all of the colors match, because your head is very white, but then your face is going to be tanner than that. So you want to make sure that the colors are all even and that it doesn't look like you're super white in one area and then tanner in a different area. Really make sure, especially with me, since my foundation is very light, I want to make sure that it doesn't look orangey around my hairline. So now that's all blended out, now I'm going to highlight with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. In this, I'm in the shade Vanilla. I was very surprised that I actually wasn't the lightest shade. They were also all out of that one too, but this one matches perfectly. And I'm just going to do this a little under my eyes, since this is every day, on my nose and right on the outside of my nose, because I get very red there. So now I'm going to take the same beauty blender using the pointed end and blend that out. Now this concealer creases a lot under your eyes, so you have to make sure and set it with a lot of powder, which we will do in the next step. Okay, so now I think that's blended out. Okay, so now I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix powder in NW15, and I'm just going to take the little spongy it comes with and set my under eye. Now we do this right after to make sure that creases don't already form. And now, just picking up a little more powder, I'm going to set my chin very lightly, my nose, and right here on my forehead. I don't really like to put powder everywhere because I like how dewy it is, especially in the summer. But I also don't want to look very shiny, so I just set it here and make sure that it doesn't move around. Now that we did that, I'm going to conceal some of my pimples. And my acne isn't really that bad right now, but I still just like doing this. And to do this, sorry, I'll tell you what I'm using in 1 second. I am using the Unique Mineral Touch Skin Perfecting Concealer. This is what it looks like. And I don't know where it says my shade, but I'm the lightest one, you know, so yes, I think it's like porcelain or something like that. And I just like to use this to spot conceal because for me, it's a little too thick for under my eyes. So I find that it creases a lot and I just don't like how cakey it looks. But for my pimples, it covers up redness very, very nicely. So yes, I also use this to outline my eyebrows, which you will see right now. I'm going to do my eyebrows, and for this I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in soft brown. And first I'm just gonna brush the brow up like this and leave it brushed up so that you can really define your arch. Now I don't have much of a natural arch, so I kind of create one. So yes, I'm just gonna do that now. Okay, so now I'm done with the other brow, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean up the bottom and the tail using the same concealer, the Unique one, and I'm going to take just this thin brush. I know a lot of people, they like to use like shader brushes. This is just what I have. It works the same, so I'm just going to do that. Cleans up the arch and makes it, you know, like sharper. Just really pulls together the whole brow look. So there's brow one, and I'm just gonna do the same with my other brow. I don't really take too much, just enough to get all in there. And I'm just making sure to drag this down onto my eyelid because for today I am going to just use this as my eyeshadow primer. Since it's more of an everyday thing, it still lasts, but I just don't want to use up all of my normal primer. I use the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly for other looks, but for today I'm just going to use this since it's easy. And I kind of messed up, so I'm just going to go back in with my Anastasia Brow Definer. And I'm just going to fix the line down here. And I'm also going to extend this tail a little since this eyebrow is longer than this eyebrow. Okay, so now we are done with the brows. So since we use that as our primer, you gotta make sure to set it. So I'm just gonna take the MAC Studio Fix powder and set it. Okay, so for the next step, since this is more of an everyday thing, I'm not going to go crazy with the eyeshadow. So what I actually do is I take a bronzer. So today I'm going to use the Benefit Cheekathon palette, and I am going to take just this blending brush, and I'm going to mix Dallas and Hoola and blend it into my crease. Now this gives the illusion of a really defined crease, but you're not having to do a whole bunch of eyeshadow. It literally takes a minute and you can just be out of the door, just so that you can have some definement so that your eyes don't look bare. This is why the concealer is also good, because you're not even taking the eyeshadow all the way down, so it's not really going to crease too badly. So the concealer is perfectly good. I know a lot of people, they use that every day for their eyeshadow primer, and it honestly, it stays on all day. I'm not really being too precise with this. I'm kind of just messily blending, and I'm checking to make sure that they're even, and I grabbed right now just a little more Hoola to blend it out more, because you really don't want harsh lines. Okay, so now picking up my Naked Urban Decay Smoky palette, I'm going to take the shade 13, which is this very white shade. I'm just going to pick it up with an angled brush, and I'm going to use this to highlight my brow bone and the tail, just to set everything. And then I'm also just going to pick up a little more and put this on my lid just to make it pop. And I'm going to do the same with my other eye. So now our eyes are done, besides mascara that we have to do. But since I already have the Benefit palette out, I'm just going to take this like rounded brush and taking Dandelion, and I'm just going to put that on the apples and then blending out onto the outer sides of my cheeks. This really helps bring color back into your face. You just want to make sure that's blended out, or else you're going to look like, who's that girl from The Real Housewives of Dallas who never blends in her blush? Guys, it kills me to see her. I'm like, come on. Blush is not meant for a line. I mean, I know some people like it that way, you know, you do you. I'm just saying it is more appealing when you do it this way. And I'm also adding it a little bit just on my nose and my chin, just to put more color back in. So now I'm going to go in with mascara, and first I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I don't really know where this is from. I think it's from Clinique. But you know, any eyelash curler works. And I just pulse it about 3 times so that my eyelashes are very curled. I don't really have super long eyelashes, but they're also not like buds, so I was blessed. And then I'm going to use the Clinique Lash Doubling Mascara. This is what the wand looks like. And I'm just going to coat my upper and bottom lashes with this. Oh, look at it already. Yes. And it's okay, as you can tell, I got a little bit up here, but you can go in with a Q-tip later and just clean up. So now I'm going to go back in and coat my other eye. So now that is done, and I'm going to let it dry for a little, and then I actually go back and curl my eyelashes one more time just for more length. And guys, I feel like this eye, my left eye, always turns out better than my right eye. Comment down below if that's the same way with you and what eye. Alright, so while that dries, I am going to highlight. My favorite part. Now, since this is a school / everyday makeup tutorial, I don't really go like too crazy, but still you want them gods to see your highlight. So just taking another fluffy brush, and I'm getting these brushes, these are all from Haute Look. They are a set, and I mean, they just do the job. They're like 20 bucks for a set. So I'm going to take this mini sample size of Becca's Opal, and I'm just going to put this a little on here. And first I'm going to go with my cheekbones. And really make sure that you blend it out and diffuse it downwards so that it doesn't look like you have a zebra stripe. Yes. Oh guys, are you seeing this? Okay, now I'm going to go with a little above my Cupid's bow and on my nose. The goal of highlighting is just to highlight anywhere that the sun would naturally hit you. And so you highlight the high points of your face. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to curl my eyelashes one more time. Do you guys see the difference? Like, is it just me? Yes. Okay, so last but not least, I'm going to do my lips. I'm going to use MAC's Luster Viva Glam lipstick, and I'm almost out, sadly, because I use this so much. It's such a pretty pink, as you guys will see right now. Okay, so this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is my first YouTube video, and please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Next, I'm thinking about doing my brow tutorial, so make sure to check for that. Until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. So, bye. You know, so I don't look dead because I'm so white. And you don't take it down.